Hello guys, my name is Anjali. Today's topic is, can we speak English without grammar? And the answer is yes, you can speak English without grammar. Guys, everyone has this question running in their mind that is it possible to speak English without grammar? And the answer is once again yes. Of course, it is possible to speak English fluently without grammar. Before I'm going to tell you how you will be able to speak English without grammar, I would like to say that if you have not subscribed my channel yet, then please subscribe it. So, without further ado, let's get started with. Guys, you must have seen a child or a kid speak his or her mother tongue fluently without grammar. Is the child learn grammar before speaking his or her mother tongue? The answer is no, not at all. Then how? Let me tell you. Because the child is exposed to his surrounding, the child is exposed to the surrounding of his mother tongue. That is why the child speaks so fluently. Alright? The child first listen. This child first listen to his surrounding, what the people are actually saying. Yes, and listening is very important to speak any language. Whether you are learning English or any other language like Korean, Chinese, you have to first create the habit of listening in order to speak any language fluently. Alright? Tell me, you speak Hindi so fluently. How? Your Hindi is so good. You speak so fluently. Do you know why? Why you speak Hindi so fluently? Because from the starting, from the day one, you are exposed to your surrounding. You are exposed to your mother tongue from the beginning. That is why you speak so fluently. You also have done the same thing. You first listen. Listen what the people around you. That is why you speak so fluently. Your mother tongue. And the same thing you have to do with English in order to speak English fluently. Alright? Now the question arises, what to listen? So, let me tell you. First thing, listen English podcast. It's really helpful. Second, listen English interviews of your favorite movie star. It has two benefits. You will entertain yourself, and the other benefit is you will learn English from it. Isn't it interesting? Third, watch English movies and listen it carefully. You can also watch Hindi movies which are dubbed in English. So, you have to remember one thing. While watching movies, listen the characters carefully. Alright? Try to listen them what they are saying in a particular situation. In which way they are expressing their emotions. It is very important. Suppose a character is very happy, over the moon. What kind of sentence and what kind of phrases they are using? It will going to be really helpful for you. So, this is what you have to do. Fourth one. Whenever there is a conversation going on in English, like your friend talking in English, try to listen them carefully. What kind of sentence they are using, if they are describing someone, how they are describing, try to listen them. So, you must be attentive when you are listening someone speaking in English. Alright? The second thing what you have to do is to speak. You have to converse. in order to speak English fluently. One thing that I would like to say here, that always remember, whenever you are expressing your thought, do not translate them from Hindi to English. Just speak it in English. Alright? And one thing that I would like to say here, that do not fear of doing mistakes. It's okay if you do mistakes while speaking, because many of you do not able to speak because of the fear of doing mistakes. So just don't fear that you are going to be wrong. Just speak naturally. Alright? Now here the question arises, with whom you are going to speak. So let me tell you. First, you will speak to someone who are good at it, like your friend, like your teacher. Second, if there is no one to speak with you, then it's okay. Just don't worry. Just stand in front of the mirror and speak fluently. Don't fear of the mistakes. Just speak for 20 minutes and speak loudly. This time duration will automatically increase the day you find it interesting. It will increase from 20 minutes to 30 minutes or 30 to 40 minutes and so on. Alright? And this will happen. I also have experienced it. So, you must be as social as possible and communicated. And do not translate from Hindi to English, just speak in English. Don't fear of the mistakes. Mistakes are okay if you do. Alright? So just embrace it and learn from it. The day you find it interesting, you will not fear of doing mistakes. The day you take it in a positive way, you will find it interesting and will not fear of doing mistakes. Alright? So just try to speak without fear of doing mistakes. So, if you really want to speak English fluently without grammar, listening and speaking must be the part of your daily routine. Alright? The third thing is create environment of speaking English. You might have seen that a child speak fluently. How? Because from day one, from the starting, he or she is exposed to the surrounding of his or her mother tongue. That is why the child speaks so fluently. Alright? So you also have to do the same thing. Now here the question arises, how to create that environment? Let me tell you. Number one. Suppose you are at home, you want something, ask it in English. Alright? So it will really going to helpful for you. The second thing, what you have to do is use small words, use basic words with your family members, with your friends, and try to repeat them again and again, so that your mind accepts those words and you will use those words in any situation. It will automatically come through your mouth because of the repetition. So use every word that you have listened and try to use them in your real life, in your real situation. Alright? So the first one is to ask anything. If you want something, just ask it in English. And the second is use English words in real life, in real situation. Alright? So these are the things that are going to be helpful for you. So try to do whatever I have said. This will going to be really helpful for you. So in this way you are going to speak English fluently without grammar. Alright? Don't feel demotivated if your grammar is weak. Just do what I have said. Your main go-to things will be listening. First is listening, second speaking, third creating the environment of English. Alright, so these are things that are going to be helpful for you to speak fluent English without grammar. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Till then, goodbye.